So I will go with this one for now. Right. So when we click this, it will go to /products/new. But again, we have 4 because we don't have page for this one. So inside pages, let's create a directory called pages. And inside we need to create a file called new.js. Sorry, it shouldn't be pages, it should be products. Refactor, rename, products, and now to new file, new.js. And here let's do export default function, and let's call this one new product and parentheses here, and it will just return. We need to return our layout, and inside let's say just new product. Yeah, we have layout, but it hasn't been imported for me. So let's try again, layout. Now it's imported. I try to refresh. Yeah, we have new product. We can go back, new product, and new product page. All right. And well, now we need to create a form for all new products. So we will need an input for product name. Let's add placeholder product name. Yeah, something like this. We don't have any borders or anything on this, but I think we can add global styling for all our inputs. So we don't need to add classes on every element. So on input, let's say like this, I will add border, or I can just do like this, apply, and I can apply now classes from Tailwind. So let's do apply border and border and border. Let's say what color can we do? Let's do border blue 900. Yes, I think I can make it wider. Let's do border 2. Now rounded corners, so let's do rounded medium. Yes. Now we need some padding. So let's do padding on the sides of 2, maybe just 1. Yeah. Right. But I think this blue border should be only if it's focused. So do input focus like this, and let's apply. And let's apply border of blue 900 like this. But here we will do like a gray color, gray 400. Yeah, or maybe 200, 300 maybe. Yeah. So if I click here, it's blue. Yeah. And by default, it should be width of full. Yeah. And let's maybe even add another apply for margin bottom of 2, something like this. So when we put more inputs, there will be spacing between those. So the input here, and we can have more information. Actually here, I think we need to put text area for description. So I'll get rid of all of this, and I will have text area. And I will add a placeholder here that will say description, right? And I want to have the same styling for the text area. So I'll do text area, and here same thing, text area, focus. Yeah, so this will work. Maybe on the top on this page, I will put an H1 that will say new product like this. And here I will add some class names that will say, for example, let's add text to be blue 900. And let's do margin bottom of 4, maybe less 2. Yeah. And let's make it bigger. So let's do text large. Is it like this? Yeah, text large worked. Or maybe text XL. Yeah, I think this will work better. Maybe we can even for H1 put those classes as defaults. So let's do H1 and let's apply all of those. And then now we can get rid of those classes because it will be default that H1 looks like this one. So for other pages like orders and settings, we'll have this h1 that looks like this. Right, the next thing is actually that we need a price. So let's add one more input, and let's add a placeholder of price like this. And I think it would be nice to have like labels for each input here. So I will actually maybe just put a label for each input here. And the first label will be just a product name. And then I will put more labels for description, and let's add a label for price as well. Let's do price in US dollars. Yes, and now for this input, I will put the type to be number. Yeah, so it will be easier to put price. And now for the label, I will make also some global styling here. That label will have the color of let's do apply text blue 900, and I think this will work like this. So now the last part here is a button for now that will just save a new product for us. So let's add it. Let's go back to Node.js and let's put a button, and let's call this one just save. And it would be nice maybe to add the class name for this. But instead of adding a lot of class names, I will just add button primary here, so I can style it here. Let's do button primary, and I will just apply styles like, for example, background blue 900, text white. Let's see. Let's add padding on the sides of 4. Let's add the rounded medium corners. Yeah. And maybe some padding on the top and the bottom of 1. Yeah. I think this will work. Let's see how it looks like here on products. Yeah. Even here we can change to button primary, so it will look the same way as this one. Right, but now let's try to save our first product. So let's go back to Node.js. And the first thing is actually we need a state for all of those inputs. So let's do const, and let's do title, set title equals use state empty string as default. Same for description, and same for, let's see, price. And that's it for now. Now we need to put value here to be title or name. And well, let's see. Then we need also on change. And on change on this input, we will get event, and we will just run set title to event target value. Right? Maybe I can put it in different lines so it will be easier to read. Right? Now same thing for text area and other, and this other input for the price. Let's do the text area first. So let's do on first value. Either we can put value here or we can put value here. I think I will put value here. So let's do value. And let's do a description. I put into separate lines so it will be easier to read. And on change, event, set description, event target value. Yeah, let's see if this works. Yes, it does. And now the last input, same thing, just a different input. So let's do value equals, and here price. And on change, event set price event target value like this. Right. So now what should happen when we click on this button? We can either add one click on this button, or we can actually make this button type of submit, and we can put the whole thing, all the inputs inside the form, and we can add on submit on this form instead. That way, when we hit enter on the last, let's say on the last input, it will be submitted as well without clicking the button. So that is really helpful. So let's put everything here, and let's put this here, and this failed to compile. Let's see, because on submit is empty. Let's say that on submit we will have a function that will do create product. Yes, and let's just put this function here, create product. Yes, and now to create a product, we need to send a request to our API. So how can we do this? We can either use fetch or Axios. I think it would be easier with Axios, so I'm going to install it. Let's do yarn add Axios. Yeah, and now let's do Axios, and it has been imported for me. Let's do post, because we want to send a post request to create stuff, and let's post to /API/products, and now data that we want to post. Let's define it here, const data, and let's just put title and description and price inside, and let's just send this data like this. And this is an async function, so I'm going to add a wait here and async here on this function declaration, right? And that should work. But now we need to define this endpoint. So let's do this. Let's go to API here, and let's create inside API file called products.js. And same that they're doing it here. We just need to export a default function with request and response. So let's do this. Export default function. The name doesn't really matter. I will do handle, because this is the same name they are using. And let's grab request, response, and let's maybe just respond with JSON and all the information that we have inside request. So now if I hit save, well, it got redirected, but this is because I need to go back to new, and for this function I get an event that I need to do a prevent default on, because the default behavior of a form is using get requests and passing all the parameters to the URL, and we don't want to do this. So let's try again. Let's put test here. Let's open network to see if we get anything. Yeah, and we get 500 error. Let's see. Something was wrong. Let's see, payload preview response. Let's see where it has been sent. API/products. Let's see here. We get an error that says, okay, it has problems with converting response to JSON, so we cannot just send the whole request. So here we cannot transfer this to a JSON. So let's maybe try with request method like this. And now let's see if this will work. Yes, it does. Preview, and it says it's a post request. Right, so let's grab it. Let's do const method from request. Now, in case it is method is post, then we'll create a product. So let's create a product here. So the problem here is actually that to create a product, and to put it inside the database, we need to have some kind of database layer connection. And I think we are going to use this time Mongoose again. So I'm going to yarn add Mongoose, and now I will create models here for products inside our database. Let's go and create new directory, models, and here inside models I'll create new file called let's call this one product, and here we have the definition of a product model. So let's do first we need a schema, so let's do const model schema equals new schema from Mongoose, and here we define our schema. So for now each product needs title or name, doesn't really matter how we are going to call it, description and price. So let's do title, it will be a string, then we have a description, will be a string as well, and we have a price that will be a number. But the thing is that I want to put more information here. I want to make it type of number, and I want to be sure that this one is required. So let's do required true. And well, the title should be required as well. So let's put type string here and required to true as well. And that's it for our model for now, model schema. So maybe let's call it product schema instead. And now let's create a model. So let's do const, and let's do product equals new, not new, just model, and this function has been imported for me as well. And first is the name of the model, so let's say product, and then the schema, so just product schema. Right, now we will just export this const, and let's go to our products. Right, and here we need to first connect to our database. So maybe here on the top, let's do Mongoose, and let's import Mongoose from Mongoose, yes, and let's do connect, and here we need this URL for our database. So we can do either this, or maybe we can actually use this Mongo database here. But actually this returns a Mongo client and not Mongoose client. So I don't know if this will work, but we can try. Let's see how, what is the name? Client promise. Okay, let's try to use it, client promise. And if we can grab URL, yeah, we can grab URL even from this. Let's see, I will respond with response JSON post here. Let's see, yeah, it worked. So we can actually connect, but maybe we can just, if we do like this Mongoose connect, we are just creating another connection, but here inside we can probably have a working connection. So let's try to use it. Let's do Mongoose, and let's put promise here, maybe with capital P. Yes, promise equals, and let's do client promise like this. And now here, let's when we have a post request, let's try to create a product. So let's import our product model. So it has been imported for me, and now let's try to hit create. And well, to create we need to put all the data, and the data we have actually in the payload. So let's grab it from here, or maybe here inside our post. So let's do const, and let's grab title and description and price from request body. Yeah, and now let's put it here, title, description, price, and this is an async function, so I'm going to add a wait here, and I will also add async here, export default async function, right? And this will return our new product from the database, the product document, we can call it like this. And let's just put it here, product document. Yeah, and now let's see if we can create it. Let's do test 1 and the price 1. Let's just save it, and let's see. It says it's pending, and that means something went wrong. Yeah, it failed. Let's see what happened. So it looks like our connection didn't work. So to fix it, I'm not going to use this promise that we have here. Instead, I will add another lib called mongoose here .js, and here inside I will create my own connection, and I will try to reconnect if we have a connection. If we don't, I will just create a new connection. So let's do export default function, maybe just export function, so we can have a nice name on it. Let's call it mongoose connect, and let's do something like this. Let's grab the URL or URI, and it's process.env.mongo URI, and now we can check if we have mongoose connection, and we can check the ready state. And the ready state can be, as you can see, 0 disconnected, 1 connected. Let's check if it's 1. Let's do if it's 1, then it means we have a connection. So if it's 1, let's just return mongoose, and let's do mongoose connection as promise. Otherwise, else, let's just connect. So if we don't have any connected connection, then let's do just mongoose connect like this and URI. So we can actually put this URI here only when we need this. Right, and now we can use our mongoose connect function inside our API products.js. So let's put it here, mongoose connect like this, and we are connected. I will add a wait here, and because it's an async function. And now let's try again. I will hit save here, and we get an error again. Let's see again, test. Let's put 1 here and test even here. Let's see if we will get an error. Let's hit save. Yeah, we get an error. Cannot overwrite product model once compiled. Let's see what's wrong here. So it should be inside models product. Let's see here inside. Maybe it should be with capital P. Let's try again. I will refresh here. Let's put test here, and 1 here. And now let's hit save. And now it worked. So as you can see here, we get a document with ID and all the information. So now it worked. I will hide my terminal, and yeah, I forgot it should be with capital P, the names of the models. Right, back to our products API, and let's see, we can get rid of this mongoose thing. And well, now let's go to the products page, and we should be able to display this one product here, right? And other thing is that here inside Node.js, when we create a product, after it's created, we should redirect back to this products page. So to do this, let's add a redirect. So let's put a state first, go back, and set go back, and or maybe go to products, and set go to products, and the default will be false. Right. And here, after we created the product, let's do set go to products to true. Right. And here, before we will do render, let's check if we have go to products, if it's true. And if it's true, let's return a redirect. Let's do redirect. It's not a component, I think it's just a function. Yes, redirect to just slash products. Yes. Now if I create test2, test and 2, save, and then we get an error. And why is that? I don't know. Let's try again. Try with 2, save, we get an error. Let's see why. Let's try to refresh and let's try again. Test2, and just 2, save. Now we get still the same error. Cannot override product model once compiled. And I think this is because we need to fix our model here. So first, before we will create a model for product, we will check if it's already created. So let's do models, plural, and let's grab it from here, models, and let's check if we have product like this. Otherwise, we will create a new model. Right, now I will refresh and see test2, and 2. Let's hit save. And now we get a small error on next redirect. So that's better. Let's go back to Node.js and let's see. Maybe instead the redirect, let's just do router. So import this one and let's just do, we need to use router, instead. So let's do const router equals use router from next router, yes, and then let's return router and let's do just push and let's push to slash products. Yes. Now I will just refresh and let's see, test 3 and just 3, save. And it worked, but it shouldn't be, it should be without return here. Right, I will refresh, let's try again. Let's do test 4, and just 4, save, and we are back at products page. Right, so now let's go back to products and pages products, and here we want to list all the products from our database. If I refresh here, all the collections, we can see our products here that I created, test2, test3, and test4. So let's list them here. So first we want to grab all the products. And for this, I'm going to use use effect. So the use effect, arrow function like this, and empty square brackets here, because it should run only once when we mount our component. And now here, Axios, get, and let's say slash products, and let's do 10 because it's async function, and we don't want to put a wait here because then we'll have some warning because of use effect. Let's do then, and let's do response, and with this response we have data inside. So let's do just console log response.data. Right. So now I will go back to products.js inside the pages API. And if it's a get request, if method is actually a get request, then I'm going to respond with JSON and just all the product.get, and here we need to put a wait because it's async function, but that's basically it. Right, so I will save this, and now let's open console here to see how it works. Let's go to network, products, preview. Okay, it didn't work. And I think it's because it shouldn't be just /products, it should be /API/products. And we get a 500 error. Let's see why. API products, product, get. Maybe I think it should be just find instead of get. Let's try again, refresh. And I think it worked. Let's see console. Yes, we have an array of 4 objects. So let's go back to pages products. And instead of console login, let's put it inside state. So let's do products set products equals use state. Default will be an empty array. And now let's see. Here we want to, instead of console log, we will do set products. So we'll have our products array inside the state. And now let's just let's show the products. So I think I can put it inside the table. It will be a table with t head, and let's put one tr here, and the first column will be product name, and then we will have an empty column, no title, and inside t-body let's just loop through all the products here. So let's do products dot map, and for each product here I'll put parentheses, and for each I'll put a new row here, table row, and inside the first column I will put the name. So let's do product title, and on the second we will have buttons here. So I'll put just buttons here. Right, and we have test 2, test 3, test 4. And it would be nice with some basic styling for this table. So let's do class name basic on this table. And I will add some simple CSS here, table basic. And I want to add on the cells, so trtd. And let's add some, let's apply some styling here. Let's put border. Yeah, something like this. And the table itself should be, let's do apply, and let's do with full. Yeah, so it will take all the space. I want to have some padding of 1 on the cells. And let's see. I want to make the border darker. So let's do border and gray and 200, maybe darker 300. Yeah, I think this will work. And maybe the head of the table. So let's do table basic t head trtd. Let's make it grayish. So let's do apply, and let's do background, and maybe let's do blue 100. Yeah, so we have something like this. And instead of gray border, maybe we can do blue border of 700. That's too bright. Let's do 200. I think this will work. Right, now let's go back to pages products, and I want to add even some margin top of 2 from the top. And for the buttons, instead of the buttons, I want to put some links, or maybe buttons, to edit the product and to delete it. So first button for deleting, so or maybe editing. So let's do link, and here we need to add href, and the href will be to just /products/ and then let's add the ID of this product to the underscore ID to the URL, and let's put edit here and put it in different line. Yeah, and maybe I will quickly even style here links inside this table basic a tag, and I want to make it buttons. So let's do apply, and let's do background blue 900, text white. Let's see, yeah, something like this. And let's do text small, text SM. Yeah, let's add padding of 1 on every side. Let's do rounded corners medium, something like this. And I want to increase on the sides padding to make it 2. Yeah, this will work. And I want this to be flex. Right, and now I will also, or maybe inline flex. Yeah, and now I will also add a gap of 1 in case there's something more inside, and I will add actually some icons inside. So for this link edit, I want to put an icon of a pen or something like this. So let's do pen. Yeah, I think this will work. Copy JSX, let's put it here, and let's see. Yeah, it's too big, so let's change it to 4 by 4. Even this is too big, let's do 3 times 3. No, 4 is good. Yeah, and now we need also another link. So let's do a link to deleting this. But maybe we can first fix so we can edit. When I click on this, it goes to /products/ and then ID. Maybe instead of this, it should be edit. So /products/ edit and then the ID. So let's go back. Let's click edit. Now it goes to edit / and then ID, but we need a page for this. So inside pages, inside products, let's add a new file here. And even here we will put not a file, actually, we will put a new directory here called edit. Inside edit, we will create this magic file called .. inside square brackets. And here let's put edit product.js. Let's make it with capital P. Right. And here let's do just export default function and edit product page, something like this, and it will just return parentheses, and let's put layout here like this, edit product form here, and let's see if this will work. Yes, it did. So now here we need to fetch the product of this ID. So let's do this. First we need a router, so let's do const router equals use router from next router, yes, and then we need to grab the ID of the product. So let's do const ID equals router, and do we have params? No, but let's see what do we have inside our router. So let's do console log router, and inside router we have as path, and we have route, we have path name, let's see, query, and here inside query we have edit product to be this. I think that would be much better to edit this file name to be just a ... and ID like this, and this way it will be renamed to, let's see, I will scroll down here, let's see, query, and we have ID. Right, so I can grab ID from router query. Yeah, and now I can use effect. First param is an arrow function, second param is dependencies, so I'll put ID here. And now let's fetch product of this ID. So let's use Axios, let's use get, and now /API/products, we can do something like this and / the ID, or maybe we can just do a regular get, but with some query like ID equals and then the ID from the URL. So maybe let's do it this way, and let's do then, and then we will get a response So let's put it as arrow function. And with this response, let's just console log our response data. Yes. And let's now fix that the query params will work. Because for now, if you do a GET request to API products, it will just return all the products. So here, all the 4 products, and we want only 1. So let's go to API/products, and let's see, here we have a GET request. Let's see if we have, let's see headers, if we have a query param like this. So let's do if we have request query ID. I will put a question mark here in case something doesn't exist. If we have this ID, then let's just respond with JSON, and here we want to just await to do product find 1, and we want to find 1 by ID. So let's do find 1, and we need to put underscore ID to be this. So let's put it here. And we don't need this question mark here because we know that here it will exist. And that's it. For the else, we will put this thing if we don't have an ID inside the query. So now if I refresh here, let's see here, it failed. We have find 1 by ID, we have await. So let's see what went wrong. Let's see how this looks like. Right, here, as you can see, we are passing undefined to this request. So let's go back to products edit. And here first, we will check if we don't have an ID, then we'll just return here and not ask for a product. So now it should work. Let's see, payload and preview, and we get our product here. Right, so now we can actually show the form, probably the same form that we have for a new product. So we can edit an existing product. So inside new product, products new, we have this form here and state and everything. So I think we can just move it. I can just copy this like this, maybe even including, no, I don't need the whole function. I will just grab this return and all the states, and I will create a separate component for this, and I will call it products form, or maybe just product form singular.js. And here I will just do export default product form. And let's just place everything here. We don't need a layout, we just want to have this form. So let's put it like this. And export default should be function product form. And let's see. I think it looks fine. Now let's go back to new. And we don't need all of this. We just need to return this product form, but we want to have an empty form here, so that should be correct, and we want to get rid of those unused imports. Let's see if that page works. Let's go add new product, and it works, but here we actually need a layout. So I will put parentheses here, and let's put layout like this, and here product form like this. Right, but when we are editing, we want to have the same thing. So let's go to this page, pages, products, edit, and the ID. And here inside layout, I want to put product form as well, but I want to send all the information about this product. And I have it inside response data. So let's save it inside the state first. Let's do const product info set product info equals use state. And let's say default will be null. Yeah, and here we will do set product info, response data. Yes, and here we will just pass this product info. And we will just spread it like this, product info, and this way we'll have all the properties here. So let's go here inside and let's grab those properties from here. It's title, it's description, and it's price. And it's started wrapping, so I will put those into separate lines like this, maybe more to the left. Yeah, I think this will work. I'll put it here, this thing here, and I'll put defaults maybe here. Okay, now we have a problem because we have same property names as state names. So I can rename those properties to, for example, previous title or existing, or maybe current title, existing title, and this to existing description, and this to existing price. And that's why this way, instead of doing empty string here, I will do existing title if it exists, otherwise empty string. Same here, existing description, otherwise empty string. Here for the price, existing price, otherwise empty string. And now it works. And now as you can see, we get this form that is filled, but the problem is it says new product. And this is because inside this component product form, we get this H1 here that we should move outside. So let's go to products, add new product. Let's go to this page, new.js. Let's put this H1 here. But when we are on editing page for a specific product, let's go to this page and let's put H1 here, edit product like this. And now let's see, if I go to products, edit, I don't see anything here, so something is wrong. Let's go to product form. Okay, we have product info with spread like this. So something didn't work. If I go here and I click edit, I don't see the information of this product. So something's wrong. Let's see. We don't need the layout here. We have title. Okay, I think I know what's the problem. Here, we shouldn't display the form if this product info is not loaded. So let's do if we have product info, then let's do end, let's do parentheses, then we'll put this, right? Now, if I go to products, edit this one, now I see the data. If I go to this one, I see the data. I don't know why it's -2, but doesn't matter. Let's see other test 3. Yeah, test 4. Yeah, I think it looks fine. And test. Yeah, I think it works. But now we should be able to save a product. But inside this product form, we have Axios request to always post, to post a new product. And we don't want to post if we have an ID here passed. So here I will check if we have an ID. And let's maybe console log it. Console log _ID. And now let's see console here. And we have _ID here. But when we go to add new product, the _ID is undefined. So this way we can check here inside this function for create product. If we have _ID, then we should save update product, update. Otherwise, if we don't have an ID, we want to create the product. And this function should be named create product because it can either update or create. So let's rename it to save product. Yes, now here we have create, so we can actually put this, the code that we had, and even this redirection, I guess. But let's see, what do we want to do when we want to update? We want to send a request So let's do await Axios, but we want to set a put request to /API/products. And we want to put data, but the data here will be actually the same data that we have here, except we want to put an ID to it. So I can copy it, paste it to here and add ID, or I can put it here at the top, and I don't need it here. I don't need it here because it's defined here on the top. But here, instead of just returning this data without ID, we will need this ID because we want to update a specific product. So I will spread the data like this, create a new project from data, and I will add _ID. Yes, and this way, when we will go now to API products, here we can check if the method is actually put, and if it is, we can grab stuff like this, but we will also have our _ID. So when we get _ID, and this is a put request, first we need to fetch the product, right? So let's do const, or maybe we don't even need to fetch the product. We just need to update the product. So let's do product, and let's do update 1 and parentheses, and first part is a filter, and the filter is an object, so our filter will be just ID. We can do ID equals ID like this, ID to be ID, but the name is the same, so we can do just object of _ID. The second part is what we want to update. So we want to update title, description, and price like this. And this is async function, so I will add await here. This is an object of title being title, description being description, but because the name of the property is the same as the variables here, I can do just title. But you should know what this creates, this object here. Right, and what the property names come from and the values. So I encourage you to test, and maybe here even I can show you that. Let's define A to be 4 or 5, and then we can create an object of A being A, and that this way we get an object A5, or we can create an object just A, and this will be the same result, A being 5. Right, but now we updated this product. Then what? Then let's respond with JSON of true to just say, yeah, it's updated, everything is fine. Right, now let's go to product form, and let's see. After we updated the product, what do we want to do? Maybe we will tell that it's updated and everything works. And let's say that update was successful. And or maybe we can redirect to our products. Maybe let's do redirect part. So again, we will just do copy this, and we can put it here, or we can get rid of those both, and just after this is elf, we can put it like this. Right, so let's go to products. Let's test this one. Let's do test old, or maybe test space old, and let's save. And as you can see, we have a new name here, test old. So everything worked. But now we should also add a delete button. So let's go to our products page, and let's see, here we have a link to edit. Let's add a link to delete. Let's say this links go to products edit. Let's create a link that will go to products delete. Because on this page I want to have let's put delete here. I want to have like a separate page or a pop-up. I think it would be better with a page. Do you really want to delete this product? So I'll put it like this. Yes. And now we need to make so it will not be 4, 4. But before we'll do this, let's add an icon, trash icon. Let's do trash. I will copy JSX. I will put it here. It should be 4 by 4, 4 by 4. And here let's put some spacing between those. So let's go back to our global styling. And let's add margin right of 1. Yeah. Now, if we click on this button, it will go just to products/delete/this. And it gives 4, 4. So we need to create a new directory here called delete. Yes, why not? And let's do a new file. Same way, let's just do id.js. Yes, and here, as always, just export default function delete product page, and here we will just return layout. Inside this layout, let's say we'll have, do you really want to delete product X? Do you really want to delete product X? And then 2 buttons, button that will say yes, and button that will say no, right? And this button with no, it will just run, go back, it will go back to the products. So it's the function go back. And this go back, we need a router. So it's the const router equals use router. And here we'll just do router push and /products. And let's put it here on click, it will run go back. Yeah, but this delete, let's fix this X first. And let's see, yeah, do you really want to delete product X? I will put it inside H1 like this. And now I will, instead of doing product X, I want to fetch the product name from this URL. So as always, I will need first the ID. So do const ID from router query, and then I need use effect to do arrow function here, and the second param is array of dependencies, and I need ID here. If we don't have, if ID is undefined, then we'll just do return here. But if we have an ID, I want to do Axios get request to /API/products. And let's remember we can pass ID like this. And let's do plus ID. Then let's do we get response here. Let's do arrow function. Inside response data, we will have all the information about the product, but we need to put it inside a state. So let's do product info and set product info equals use state, and default can be undefined. And here we'll do set product info to this. Yes, and Axios is not defined. Let's import it. Axios, enter. Now it should be okay. Right, and here, before we will return, here we want to, instead of product X, we want to do product info dot title. But in case this is null, I want to add a question mark here. So do you really want to delete test old? I need to add a space here. Let's do NBSP, no breaking space. And I will put the name of this product inside apostrophes like this, or maybe like this. Yeah. And yeah, this should work. And now we have 2 buttons. I want to create some class names here so I can reuse them. So let's do button red, and here maybe class name of button default. Yeah, and let's see, I'll put it in separate lines so it will be easier to read. Yes, no. All right, and those two buttons I'll put inside the div with flex class name, and I will add a gap of 2 between the buttons. So let's put those buttons here. And now we need to fix the styling for button red, button default. I can add a Tailwind class names on those, but I would prefer to define it once and use it even for orders and other parts. So let's go to globals CSS and let's see. Let's do button red, and let's make it apply background red. Let's maybe try with 800, text white, and button not begin. Yeah, and now for the button default, I want to apply gray color. So let's do background gray 200. Yeah, something like this. And now on those both, so let's do button default and button red. On those both, I want to apply padding on the sides to be 4 and padding on the top, on the bottom of 1, and rounded corners. So let's do rounded medium. Yeah, something like this. I think this default button can be a little darker. So let's do 400 here, maybe 300, 400, 500. Yeah, and let's just do text white here. Yeah, I think this will work. Right, and let's maybe make it centered, the button. So let's go to delete. And here we have this div. Let's do justify and center. Yeah, and even for this title, I would like it to be centered. So I will add some class names like text center. Yeah, and that should work. And now when we click on AS, we need to add on click. So I'll put it here. Here I'll put on click. On click, we will do delete product. And just like this. Let's put this function here, delete product. And we will just take this ID and we'll do axios dot delete. It will be a delete request, not a post, not a get, not a put. It will be a delete request to /API/ products and question mark ID, and I will put ID like this. And we will do then, or maybe we can do await here because it's not inside UseEffects, so we'll do await, and I will make this one async. Await, and after we are done, we are going to do router. We can go to router push products, or we can just run this function, go back, so it will be easier. We can reuse it, right? So on click listener to be a function. Let's see. Yeah, it should be without parentheses here. Yeah, so we have the we want to delete. And now let's go to our API products and let's add a handle if method is actually delete. Then we want to do the same thing that we have for query. We want to we want to check if we have this ID inside URL. So let's grab it. If we have it, then we are going to delete it. So let's do await product delete 1, and we want to delete where ID is this. where underscore ID, because in the Mongo database they are using underscore IDs for the IDs. So if I want to delete one where underscore ID is this ID, and then I would do response JSON true, right? And as you can see here, for all products we have underscore IDs inside our database. So now let's try with hitting this yes. Let's see if this will work. Yes. As you can see, we don't have our old product. Let's try again with test2, delete, yes, and we don't have test2 anymore. All right, so this works. We can now edit our products. Let's do test 3.1 and let's save it here. And we have 3.1. So the next part will be actually that here inside our product, we need one important thing, which is images. We need photos of our products. So this is what we are going to fix now. So let's go to our product form, sorry. And here, this product form, as you remember, it's used for both adding new product and editing existing products. So here we have save product. Here we have some state for description, price, go to description, price, and title. And here we have our form, and somewhere here in between, maybe under the product name, we want to add photos. So let's add a label without HTML4, and in this label we will put just photos. And all right, and under, let's put the div, and under this we want to show all the photos, and we want to have a button, upload new photo. So I think next to these photos, I want to have a small button that will be upload more photos. So let's do something like this. In this div, I want to display all the photos. So how can I know if we have photos? We should have this as a property here. So let's call this property photos, maybe images, product images. Yes, so we are going to call it images. And here inside this div, let's check if we don't have images length, then let's do and parenthesis, and here I would just print a string saying, or maybe a div saying no photos in this product. Yeah, so we have no photos in this product. And under this div, I want to add margin bottom of 2. So we have some spacing. And next to this photos thing, I want to have maybe a button here next to these photos, or we can maybe put a button here. And I think it will be better to put it here. So we'll have like a squares of photos, and the last square will be a button to add the new more photos. So here let's add a div, or not a div, it should be a button, right? So let's do a button, and let's add some class names here. So each square should be a width of let's say 8, and the height of 8 as well. And let's add some small border. Yeah, so you also can see it's this small, and we should probably make it bigger. So let's do 32, and 32. Yeah, so now it's this big. Maybe it's too big. Let's change it to 24. Yeah, now I think it looks better. Inside this button, I want to have like upload text, and I want to have an icon, or maybe only an icon. Let's do upload. Yeah, this one, and let's put it here, and let's see how it looks like. Yeah, kind of okay. Let's put it text center. Didn't work. Maybe if we do flex and let's do items center. Yes. But now I also want to do justify center. Yeah, something like this. But I think that this text upload can be inside a separate line. So I'll put it inside the div. Let's see. Didn't work. Maybe because we can just change this to flex call to column. And now we have something like this. Is it better? I don't know. Let's put it back. And let's make the text smaller. So let's do text SM. Yeah, and let's add some gap between those two. Gap 1. Yeah, and let's make the text gray. Gray 300. Maybe darker so we can see it. 500. Yeah, something like this. And we want to make it rounded. So let's do rounded medium. So each square will have rounded corners. Maybe we can do actually large. Right, and let's add some background color. Let's do background gray of 300 or 200. And probably we don't need a border anymore. So let's get rid of this border. Yeah, no, and I think it looks fine. Now when I click on this upload, I would like to open a window to actually pick a file. So to fix it, I will actually change this button to a label like this. Nothing has changed because we have a lot of classes here. And inside this label or this button, this square, I will put an input of type file. And now we have this input of type file here, but now I'll make it hidden. Let's do class name and class name hidden. Right, so now it's not visible, but because we have this label outside of this input of type file, when I click on this label, it will open this file picking window. So now to upload photos, I will go here on the top and I will define the function upload photo, upload image. But it's just an empty function, and this function will be run when our input of type file will change. So let's add on the, maybe somewhere here, on change we will do upload image, maybe images. So let's rename it here as well, upload images. Yeah, in case there are several files selected. Right, and we'll get an event here. Right, so now I will first console log this event to see what do we have inside. I need to select files. So let's do upload. And one thing, I want to have an hand icon when I hover with my mouse here. So here, let's do cursor pointer. And that should work. Let's see. Yes, it does. Right, so here, upload images. Now let's see. I will select this frog. And here we have our event. And we have target. And inside target, we should have all the files here somewhere. Here, files. So, I will grab it. Let's do const files equals event target files. Let's add a question mark in case it doesn't exist. And then let's check if we have any files here. So let's do files dot length. Let's check that length is bigger than 0. Then we know we have something to upload. I will add a question mark here. In case files is undefined or null. And now we want to upload those files. So how can we do this? So to send all those files, I will send them as form data. So instead of sending JSONs as we always do, I will define here data that will be not a JSON, not an object. It will be, well, it will be an object, but it will be an object of new form data, like this. So it will be easier to parse it on the backend side. So let's do new form data, and let's now put inside all the files. So let's do let's do const file of files. So for each file, let's put it inside, or maybe we can do files for each, and for each file, we'll just do data append file to be file. Yes. And then we want to, after we added all the files, we want to send an Axios request. And well, we want to just upload those images. So I think we can create a separate API route for this called upload. So I'll do a new file here inside API, and it will be just upload.js. All right. But let's go back to product form for now. Axios, it will be, let's say it will be a post request to /API/upload. And this endpoint is going to just give us links to those images after we have uploaded them. We are not going to update our product here. We are just uploading photos. All right. And after we upload the photos, we want to show them here. And after we hit save, those photos will be saved to this product. So let's do this. We want to do Axios post with our data here. But this is async function, so I will add a wait here, and I will mark this one as async. We actually want to grab data from the response. So let's do const response equals this, and let's just console log, maybe not the whole, we don't need the whole response, but I will grab only data from here, or maybe let's do response, and let's do response data here, right? And now, let's see, now we need to fix this upload endpoint. So let's go here. Now here, the upload is a little bit complicated, but not that much. So stay with me. So let's do, as always, just a handler for this API endpoint. So let's do export default. We can put async function, and let's do handle. And here just request and response like this. And what's the next part? The next part is actually, we want to tell Next.js to don't parse our request. Instead, we want to parse it ourselves. So let's do export const, I think it was config equals object. And we want to pass to API, a config on the API. We want to do body parser to false, like this. Yes, and now we should have a raw data inside our request, so it will not try to parse our request to JSON. All right. Now, to get files from our request, we are going to use a library called multi-party. Sounds really awesome. It's for parsing multi-part form data parser, which supports streaming. So as you remember, we have this form data that we used here for gathering our files, form data, and here form data. So now this is what we are going to use for upload. So let's do open here, and let's do yarn add multi-party. Sounds really awesome. Now let's go back here to our handle and let's use multi-party. I think we need to put it here. So let's do import multi-party from multi-party like this. Now it's imported. And now on multi-party, we have a function called form. We just need to call it like this, and it will be, let's return it to a form. Right, so this is kind of initiation. And now on this form, we can do parse like this. And we want to parse our request. And here we'll have an async callback. An async because I don't need to put async for now, but we will do async stuff here inside, so that's why I put it, but I can put it later. And in this callback, we'll have an errors and the fields and the files in this callback. So let's maybe just put a console log here, and in case we have any files. Let's see how many files we have here. So let's do files.length. Yeah, that's it. And here I will just do response JSON. Okay. Yes. And here I forgot to put new. Right. Here I will refresh and let's see. I will upload this part. And let's see, for each is not a function. Right, so it looks like files is not actually an array. So let's see, let's go to products form. And we have files here, we have length on this, but let's change that. We'll do for loop. So let's do for file of files. Let's do const file of files. And let's do just this data append file to be this. So I can put it like this and I can remove this. Right, I will refresh and I will try to upload again. Let's see, maybe this frog, open. It says okay. Let's see if we have anything here. We get undefined. Let's see why upload. Files length looks like is undefined. Let's maybe put length colon and let's add a comma here and let's try again. I will try again. I will upload this one. We get okay. Length is undefined. All right. Just in case, we will check if we have any errors. If we have an error, then we will throw this error. Yeah. I will try to upload once again. Let's see here. We don't have anything inside the files. Let's maybe see if we have anything inside our fields. Yeah. Let's see. Upload. Open. Length is undefined and this is an empty object. Let's see how we are sending this upload. We have payload, the file is binary, so everything looks fine here. Let's see if we have any error here. Okay, it says API resolved without sending a response. Let's see why. We are sending a response. Let's do even a return here. And I will try to upload something once again. API resolved without sending a response. Or API upload. But here, when we open upload, we have preview of OK. So this is kind of wrong, but I don't mind this. Warning. I think that the way to actually hide this message will be to return a promise here. So let's see. I would do return new promise. And here we'll have resolve and reject. And we will put all this here inside. And if we have an error, we will do reject with this error. Otherwise, we will do resolve with fields and files as an object. Right, and like this. Now, instead of returning this promise, I would just grab the fields and the files from new promise, and I will remove it from here so I can put it here. And now we shouldn't have this warning. So let's see. I will refresh, upload this, and something didn't work. Let's see, files from new promise. Okay, I forgot about wait here. And now let's try again. Upload this, open, and we are back here without this warning. All right, so looks like our files is empty. Maybe we need to restart it. So I will try again. And now if I will upload anything, let's see, upload this. Do we have anything? No, length is still undefined. I think this is wrong because inside our product form, we need to tell Axios to not try to send it as JSON. Let's see. Here we have this upload, we have payload, it's a form data, but we need to probably add some extra headers here. So instead of doing the request like this, I will add extra headers here. So let's do extra param here, and I will put headers, and it will be an object as well. Here I will put content dash type, and I will put content type of multi-part form data. I think this is the thing that we need for our multi-party to work. So let's go back here, and I think this is the only header we need. So let's try to upload again. Hello, and it didn't work. I will try maybe to send it with fetch instead. So let's do fetch, and it will go to /API/upload, and he will have a lot of more info. I will do wait here as well, and the method will be post, and the body will be data, and here we'll get the response, and here we will not have any data, we'll have only response. But let's try to upload it as a fetch, but still undefined. Anyway, goes to /API/upload. Let's see, upload files length is undefined. Let's maybe try with only files. Yes, I will do upload here of this one. Okay, and here we have some information. So we have path to this file, and it's inside this files. So there is actually information about this file, but I don't know why it was undefined. Maybe because we checked for the object, and object length is undefined. We would need to check files dot file dot length, and then it will work. Let's see, I will upload this one, then we will have length of 1. Right, so inside our file, or maybe it should be named files, by file we have an array of files. So let's grab it. Let's maybe put let's maybe do a for each here. So we don't need to console log fields. We want to do only upload. So we already uploaded here this photo. I can probably open it in my browser. But the problem is we don't want to have it like in the temporary storage like var or tmp. And instead, we want to upload it to a persistent storage like S3. So I will go to my console on AWS and I will create a bucket to upload it to S3. So I will just quickly log in. And now I will go to S3 buckets and I will create a new bucket called maybe next e-commerce. Yes, and create a bucket, and this looks fine. I need to do ACLC enabled, and let's see. I will not block all public access because I want those files to be publicly available. And yes, and that's it. I'll create this bucket. Okay, this one already exists. I will do Next.js e-commerce. Okay, it needs to be unique. So I will name it David Next e-commerce. Now I'll create this bucket. All right, now I need to create a user for this bucket so I can upload from the code. So I will go to here and security credentials. And now I will create a new user for my bucket, only for this one bucket. I will do add users, and let's call this user same. Let's do David Next e-commerce and this, and let's do next. And I want to just attach a policy that I'm going to create now. I want to create a policy specifically for this one bucket. So for services, I'll find just S3 actions. Let's do all actions, and let's close this one. Resources, I will select any for now, but only for now, on almost everything except the bucket, because on this bucket I want to specify that it should be only David Next e-commerce bucket that this policy should apply on. Let's do next, and the name of the policy will be policy. Let's call it S3 David Next e-commerce. Yeah, let's create this policy, and now it's created. So now we can go here and we can refresh policies, and let's search for David Next, and we have policy S3 David Next. It's this one. I will just double check. Yes, it's this one. Next, create user, and now we have our user. So it's this one, David Next e-commerce. I will open it, and now we have security credentials here, and we have access keys, and I want to generate access keys. Here we have many different options, but many of those will give us the same result. And I will select here, I guess, third-party service, maybe not, application running outside AWS. Yes, let's do next. Just create access key, and we have access key and secret access key. Now we need to put those inside our env file. So here, let's add S3 access key equals string, and let's copy this one like this, and now S3, and let's do secret access key, and I will copy this one, and let's put inside parentheses like this. And now we have everything. Let's click down here and continue. And now let's try to upload to our S3 bucket. I will go back to our Pages API upload. And as you remember, here inside this files file, we have information about our files that we want to put now inside the S3. So I'll open our new bucket here. Let's do S3. I'll open this and let's go to our bucket. It was called something David Next e-commerce. As you can see, it's empty, but now we are going to upload some stuff inside. So to upload to S3 client, we are going to need to install more things, and it will be S3 client that we need here. So let's do yarn add, and let's do here @ AWS SDK / client S3, because we need only client S3. Let's hit enter, and I can actually grab it like this to import this here. So let's do import, and we're going to import from this. And the thing that we are going to need is actually S3 client, and now we can define using this function. So here let's define our client. Let's do const client equals new S3 client, and here just options inside. And the options that we need is region, and I think I picked the region of I think the region was default US East 1, and maybe we can even check it here. I don't know if it's somewhere here or here on the buckets. Let's do David, and let's say next e-commerce. Yes, US East 1. So that's correct. We have region. What else do we need? We need the credentials. So the credentials will be an object, and here inside credentials we need access key ID, and that will be a string, and we need also secret access key, and both of those we have them inside .env. So we can just do process.env .s3 access key, and here we can do process.env secret access key. Yeah. So we have our client ready, and now we can use our client to do stuff. And the only thing we want to do with our client is to send, and we want to send actually a command. This is the way they call it. You are sending a command to with your client. So here we'll just do new, and we will do new put object. I don't know why I have so much here. Object command. Yes, let's import it from client S3, and this has been imported here for me. Put object command, and here we need to put an object of information. And here first we need to put the name of the bucket, and the name of the bucket will be David Next e-commerce, but I think we can put it somewhere else, maybe here on the top, maybe here on the top. The const, and let's do a bucket name to be a string of this. This way we can do just bucket name like this. All right, so we have bucket. Now we need name of our file. So to put name, we use a key to this file. All right, so how we want our name to look like? We have our original name, hello.jpg, but we don't want to use original name. Why? Because if we upload two files with the same file name, then we'll have a problem. We want to have unique file names. So from the original file name, I'm going to pick only the extension, and this part I'm going to generate random string. All right, so to do this, I will first here create a loop for all files. So here we have the files. Let's do for, for file, let's do const file of files.file. And now let's just put, we can put this client actually here above. We can define it only once. When it comes to sending, we need to send this for every file. Right, now I will put a wait here because it's async function. And now we want to define the key. So inside this file, we have the object of file information, and we want to put get original file name first. So from the original file name, we want to get the extension, this JPEG. So how we can do this? We need to grab original file name and we want to split it by a dot, and we want to take the second part. So let's do something like this. Let's do const extension equals file dot original, let's see, original file name dot split, but using dot. And let's take the last part. I think we can do this with pop. Let's see what pop is doing. Pop method removes the last element from an array and returns that element. That's awesome. Right, so maybe we can now just do console log of extension and file to see if everything works, and we'll just comment this put command for now. We want to see if it works. So I will just quickly refresh here. Let's do upload. Hello JPEG. Let's open here. Let's see. We have extension JPEG, so this worked, and we have file with all this information. So that is really nice. All right, so let's uncomment this part and let's continue with our key, which will be our new file name. Let's define our new file name, and we want something random string, and then we want to add the dot, and then we want to add the extension. But here on the beginning, we want to have random numbers or something. So I will actually use just date.now. It will give us a timestamp, and maybe I will also add a dash, and I will, I think date now will be good enough. I don't think it's really that possible that two people will upload files in the same millisecond. So well, this will work. Or you can also add something from here. This is unique as well. So we could maybe do MD5 of this string, but date now will be good enough with just timestamp. In case you need something even more unique, you can maybe add MD5 of this. So it will be even more unique. The file name will be even more unique. All right, but now we can use new file name here as a key to the file. So we have a bucket, we have a key, but we need to tell what's the content of the file. So let's do body of the file, and to grab the body, we need to read this file. And to read this file, we need to import fs from fs file system library. So we'll do fs read file sync. We don't want to read it asynchronously, we just want to do it synchronously. And let's read this file, and we need path to this file, and path is here. So we can just do file.path. Yes. Okay, so we have bucket, key, body. We want to also add ACL to be public read, so the file will be publicly available, and we can just return a link directly to this bucket file. And the last thing that we need here is actually content type. Because S3 likes to have the more information about the file, what type of file it is, if it's a JPEG or what it is. The problem here is I cannot guess if it's always a JPEG or if it's always an image. So I'm going to add another library, and this library is called MIME types. And let's see, yarn add MIME types. And what it does, it just reads the file and checks the MIME types. So let's do import MIME. Let's call it just MIME from MIME types. MIME types. Yeah, we will call it MIME here. And here, content type, and just do MIME. And let's do lookup and just file.path. Right, and this should work. Now, after we uploaded the file, let's maybe grab a link to this file. So the const link equals, and now to get link here, it will be just https / the name of the bucket. So let's put here bucket name and .s3 .amazon aws.com / Amazon AWS / and here the new file name. So let's do just new file name. Yeah. And now we want to grab all the links in case we have several files. So let's do const links equals array. And here let's just do links push new link like this. And here instead of OK, let's just do links. Yeah. And now let's see if this will work. I'll clear this. Let's upload one photo of this parrot. Open. And it says it's pending. Okay, I think it worked now. Let's see. Preview. We have links. We have this one link. Let me select it. Let's open new tab. Let's see. And we have parrot with our link here. All right, so this worked. Now, when we are done with the upload part, we can display every uploaded file, right? So let's go back to product form, and we are doing this response here with the response. We are console logging the response. Actually, we don't need this fetch here. We can change it back to Axios post, and we don't need this, and we can just put the data like this, data. And this should still work. And now inside response we have this data that we can check, but we need to add a wait here. I will just try again to see if everything works. Let's upload this frog, and yeah, we got something here. We have one link. Yeah, everything works. So inside data we have links. So we can just grab it and add it to our state. So let's create a state for our photos. Let's put maybe here the const photos. Sorry, it should be called images. Images, set images, use state, and the default will be an empty array. But as you can see here, we are also passing this as a property in case we are editing an existing product. So let's rename this property to existing images, and let's put it here, existing images or empty array. Right, and now we can actually use it here after uploading. And let's see here. Here we'll do set images. We will grab the old images, and we'll do arrow function like this. And here we'll just return all the images as an array like this. and we will also spread new links here. All right, but links come from response data links like this. This way it will create a new array with all the images inside and new links here. So all the links and new links. Right, so now let's scroll down here and let's see. Here we have those squares. Here we have this upload button, this big. Let's maybe go here, and before this upload button, let's check if we have images length. I will do question mark here, and I will check if it's bigger than 0, or maybe I don't even need to check if it's bigger than 0, because if it's bigger than 0, then this will be true, and then I can do images map to map through those images. And every image, it will be actually just a link, so I'll put link this, and let's put a div with the link, right? And now it says it's 0 because this thing returns 0. I can change it to Boolean by just doing bang bang here, converting this to Boolean false because length is 0. And now let's see. If I select one, let's do hello JPEG. I picked this image and now it's uploading. It takes a few seconds. But now, as you can see, I get this link and I get here an warning because I forgot about key here. So I'll put key to be actually this link. So we will not have this warning anymore. But now, instead of showing this as a link, I would like to show this as an image. So instead of link, let's just do img, and the source will be just link, like this. And now we'll have like a big image here. But to fix it, I will just make this div class name to, let's make it height of 24, like this. And now the image inside should have styling of max wave 100%, but I will put it here inside globals. So globals, and let's put that for all images, max height should be 100%. Yeah, so now it's here. Let's go back and let's see. I will also add that this div should be inline block. Yes, and this label here should be inline block as well. But now they are not next to each other, and I'm not really sure why. Maybe it will be easier to just change those to regular elements, but I will add here instead flex, and I will also add flex wrap in case there are too many elements, and I will add a gap of 2, so there will be some spacing between those. And for each image that we are displaying, I will do rounded corners on the images. So let's do class name. Let's do rounded. I think it should be medium or maybe large. Let's do large, the same that we did for the button here, this upload button. And well, this looks fine. So now when I have this one image here, when I hit save here, I want to add this link of this photo to my products, to my product. Where is it? It's here, to my test-free, for example, product. But I don't have it inside my schema here, so let's add it. Let's add that images will be of type string with capital S. That is. It will not be required, it will be just type string. That's it. Right, and now images will be actually a JSON here inside. So yeah, or maybe I can even change this to type array of string like this. But now let's go to our API/products, and here where we are putting this, or where we are creating a product, we need to grab images here, and we need to grab images even here, right? And we just need to add those, right? So let's do images here and the images here, and let's see if this will work. So now if I hit save here, and I don't know if it worked. I think it was this one. I will check the database maybe first. So let's refresh this one, and let's see products. We have 2 products. We don't have any images here. I think this is because we are not sending this from product form. Here we have this save product, but we don't have any images. So let's do images like this, and it's the same as our state, so it should work like this. I can close probably some tabs here, but now let's try to upload some photos. For example, this frog. I'll click open, and even when I'm uploading, it takes some time. Maybe we can add information about this, that it's uploading, so we will know. Here we have this upload images function, but before we'll do this upload, let's check if it works. I will click save. I'll go back here, and I don't know if it worked. I will do refresh and products, and let's see. No, we don't have it. Let's see here inside network if we actually send it. We have here products put. Let's see payload. We have images here, and we have one image, one link here. Let's see if everything here inside product is okay. Maybe it shouldn't be like this, but instead it should be an array of type string. Let's try this way. I think it should be this way. Let's do upload. Let's take this one, and now it should be uploaded. Yes, it's uploaded. Let's save it. Let's go back. I don't see it, but let's check our database here. Still nothing here inside images. Let's see our API products. Here we have our put. Here we have our images, and we are putting this as images here. But just in case, I will first do console log and print images here to be sure that we are getting this. So here, let's try to, I will refresh here. I will upload maybe this parrot, and let's hit save, and we have images and one link. Maybe it's because I need to restart this, and I will do yarn dev again. I have also here, let's see, let's do edit here, let's do upload, let's pick this file, and now I will click save, and let's check our database. I will do refresh somewhere here, refresh, and let's see. Yes, now we have images. Yeah, so it worked. We just needed to restart. So I can remove this console log, and I can remove console log from upload that I forgot about. Let's remove this one. Right. But now let's see if I open this one, I see the current images, and I see also upload button, and I can upload more photos. Let's maybe go to this one, and maybe you can get rid of this text. So let's go back to product form, and let's see. No photos We can remove this part. We don't need this. And the next thing is actually that we wanted to have an indicator when we are uploading something. So here we have upload images, and when something is uploading, what do we want to do? Let's say that we will have a box here on the beginning, or maybe on the end, here between the last image and the upload, a box with a spinner, right? So let's see. If we are uploading something, let's update state. Let's go here and let's define state is uploading, and set is uploading default will be false. And here inside our upload function, on the beginning we will do set is uploading to true, and on the end here set is uploading to false, right? And now here in between, let's go. Here we are looping through the existing images. Here in between we'll check if we have is uploading to be true, then array div, and we want to have something like this. So I will just do, let's see, I will do just height of 24, class name, let's do class name, and like this, and text inside will be uploading, or maybe we should have a preload or something like this. So a spinner. So let's do React spinners. I think it's this one. Let's check demo page. Yeah, I think I will use this. And well, you can use what type of spinner you want to use. And I think I will go with this path. Yeah, I will go with this path loader, or maybe something more basic, bounce loader. Right, so let's add React spinners. So let's do yarn add React spinners, like this. And there are, let's see, React spinners, yes. And there are, I guess, some type of, I will use bounce loader, but there are some things that you can pass, like size, color, speed. So I will actually create a separate component for this. I'll create a component called spinner.js, and here let's just do export default function spinner, and it will just return parentheses, and I think it was mine was bounce loader. You can pick a different one, and I want to pass information like color. So let's do color, and to pick the color I will just pick the color from my page here. I want to use the same color, so it should be black. Something went wrong here. It should be this one. So let's put it like this, and let's put speed multiplier 2, so maybe it will be faster or something. And let's now put it back here. So if we have an upload, let's see, no, here's the button to upload, here's uploading. Here I will just show our spinner, yes, and let's see how it looks like. I will upload maybe my parrot here. Yeah, it's something like this. I want to add some padding and gray box to this. So let's do the same background gray thing here, and I will also want to add padding of 1. I want to make it flex, and I want to do items center, so it will be centered. And let's try again. Let's pick this frog. Yeah, I forgot about rounded corners, and maybe I don't need this gray background, so I will put it like this. I will not save it. I will just go back here, and I will try to upload again, but before I want this space to be a little smaller, so I will just do gap 1 instead. Yeah, let's see now. I will pick maybe this parrot again. Let's see. Yeah, and it's uploading, so I guess it looks fine, and we get a parrot here, so everything looks fine. So we have an indication that we are uploading, so this works. All right, now it would be nice to be able to sort those images with drag and drop. So for example, let me try to upload another image, for example this frog, and I would like this frog to be the first picture here image, and it would be nice to just drag and drop it to the first place. So to do this, we will install another dependency. I will go to my terminal and I will yarn add React sortable.js. Right, and now let's see. Here we have our images and we want to be able to sort them. So first let's import our React sortable. I will go here and I will do import React sortable from React sortable.js. And now let's put it here above our images. So here we have a div for images. For each specific image, here we have a main div for images and spinner and the button for upload. So somewhere here, let's use our React sortable. Yes, and the closing tag should go underneath. And now let's see, can't resolve sortable.js. Let's see here. Okay, it's because we need both React sortable and sortable.js, so I will add this one as well. Yeah, now the problem is that we need to pass the list of elements. So let's put list, and our list of elements will be just images. Yeah, now we need a set list. So let's do, for now, set list will be a function that will create. It will be called update images order, something like this. Of course, we need to create it. So maybe here, let's do a function update images order, and we will just do console log arguments to see what we get inside. Right, and now as you can see, the CSS looks weird because on our React sortable, maybe I will put this into separate line and I will add some indentation here, and we need some styling here. So for our React sortable, I will add some class names here as well. And let's start with flex and flex wrap. And let's see, now it's better. Now we will just add our gap 1. Now it looks better. And now as you can see, we can kinda sort them. We just need to handle this function that we are just console logging stuff. So let's see, we get 3 arguments in this function, inside arguments. And the first is elements, and the second is just a div that is above, and the third is just dragging some information about what's happening. So basically we just need the first argument. So let's put it here, images, and let's just print images, right? And I will refresh. Let's see. Yeah, now we are just getting images. So I guess we just need to take this images as a param, and we need to set it back to our images here to set images. First, let's see how the images look like. So I will go to, let's see, here we have edit product page and edit product page. And let's see, here we have product form, and here we have props images. and it's just 2 links, and that's it. So we can just go back here, and we can just set images with those new images. So let's do set images and these new images that are sorted now, right? And I will just refresh just in case, and now let's see, does it work? Yes, I can put it as a second. I will add this frog back here. Yes. So now we have 3 images, and let's say I will make this frog as the first image. I will save it, and let's go back to our product. Our frog is first. Let's now put our part first, and the frog should be the last one. Let's save it, and let's go back, and looks like everything just works. One error we have here, each child in the list should have a key, and I think it's inside the products. So let's go to our products, not here, it should be inside here, inside our component. We are listing our products, and here we need a key. So let's say it will be just product_ID. So now if we go to products, we don't get any error. And it's _ID because from database, it's always _IDs here.